Welcome everyone, I'm back at Six Flags St. Louis. We're gonna do a little trivia today, and I'm gonna do it without looking anything up, just like you guys can play along with me. But I'm here next to the Shazam. Caleb is currently on the ride. Can you tell me what was the name of this ride before it was Shazam? I honestly don't know. I kind of think I know, but I really don't. But if you know the name, let's hear it. Shazam! I'm standing here by Mr. Freeze and Thunder River. Question, what ride was here before Thunder River? Do you know? Alright, before I forget, I want to give a shout out to Brian, Mr. Six Flags Cunningham. Met him before, I'm sure I'll meet him again. Here's a shout out. Alright, question, before this was Pandemonium, what was right here? And I'll give you a hint, it was not a ride. But do you know what was right here? There's Caleb. There's Caleb right there. Now they're coming up. Question, before the Dragon's Wing was here, there was a ride. Who knows what ride that was? It moved to the other side of the park and got enhanced. That's a big clue. Alright, I'm in a mask-free break zone right next to Pandemonium. Question, what was the name of this ride before it was called Pandemonium? I don't know. There they go. There is a Mario just sitting here. I don't know if someone just left it here. Caleb's going on Pandemonium again. Alright, I've waited about 15 minutes. No one's claimed Mario, so I think I'm going to take him. Mamma mia, don't you take me, mamma mia, mamma mia. Caleb is going on the tugboat tailspin. This is a rare occasion to see one of us on this ride. There they are. I'm here next to the River King Mine Train. Back in the 80s, they kind of split the mine train and made a stand-up roller coaster. Who can name the name of that stand-up roller coaster? Unfortunately, it didn't last long because someone passed away while riding it. But what was the name of it? Question, what was the name of the ride that was here before Fireball? It made me sick. Not as sick as the Fireball, but it did make me sick. It was here a long time. What was the name? Question, before the Sky Screamer, there was a ride over here. I'm not talking about the regular swings, but there was a ride over here based on a legendary mythical creature from the forest. What was the name of that ride and what type of ride was it? Question, true or false? The Screaming Eagle opened the same year as Six Flags Park in 1971. Did it? While I'm here, I want to give a shout out to Joshua Hobbs Abandoned Places. Thank you for watching the channel. Shout out to the North Pole. Question, before the tsunami soakers, what other ride used to occupy, I believe, this spot or real close to it? It was kind of the same shape of ride, but different. Can you name it? Alright, back in the 80s, there was a show here where it was kind of, you sat there and pretended you were on like a roller coaster or somewhere. What was the name of the show? It used to be in here in the 80s, maybe early 90s. Question, true or false? People who win basketballs and bounce them along the paths is super annoying. True or false? Alright, question. What was this area before the Batman but after the jet scream? What occupied this area? That's a tough one. Do you know? I'm here across from American Thunder. During Fright Fest, that's loud. During Fright Fest, this is usually like a spider web area. But in the early 2000s, do you know what they used to sell here? If you know it, that would be exceptional, because that's the hardest question we got. What was sold here? Alright, when American Thunder first came to the park, it was not called American Thunder. Question, what was it called? And this ramp is a clue. What was American Thunder called for a few years? I'm here between American Thunder and the log flume. Before they built American Thunder, or the name it was before American Thunder, what was this area? It was this area for years. Do you know what all this area was before American Thunder? Post. True or false? Our log flume here in St. Louis is the greatest log flume there ever is, was, and ever will be. True or false? There goes Caleb. We're taking a much needed break on the Colossus. Hopefully it'll cool us down a little bit because it's really warm out. Alright, currently the picnic area is down here in front of American Thunder. Where was the picnic area before it was there? Do you know? Question. St. Louis has this really nice amphitheater and they use it like twice a year for Christian concerts. Not counting COVID, why isn't the amphitheater used more? I'm just asking, why? Question, when is Six Flags Hurricane Harbor going to get a water coaster? We need one. Alright, we're next to Foul Ball, and there's a hole in the fence here, and it used to say, look at this hole for something. Do you remember what it said? Right now there's nothing in there, but there used to be something in there. What was it? Question, do people still wear poop hats? Answer below. True or false, the boss was named after Bruce Springsteen. As you can see, there's no waterfall this year on Thunder River. And I always hate this part of the ride because once you get here, there's nothing to get wet on. They need to add some kind of sprays or something. Like half the ride is just dull. As you can see, the Thunder River line's pretty long. Luckily we had some front of the line passes that Caleb used. Third shout out to William. Saw him at the Foul Ball eating. Nice to meet you. Back in the 90s, this was a different restaurant. Do you know what it was? It was a fast food popular restaurant. Alright, now we're on the train. What was here before the Colossus?
The hot dog, the hamburger, and the ice cream cone. You can get these 63 down on my left.
All kinds of markers. Getting ready for Catwoman Whip.
What are those markers for? I can't breathe!
Here's the Ninja. For a couple years, right up here was another ride, and then it got shipped off to Six Flags Great America, and it's still there. You know what ride was over there where the Ninja is now? Caleb is in for a little spin sanity. Here comes Caleb down the log flume. There they go. Woo! Caleb! All right, question. They're all American flags now, but what were the Six Flags that they changed a few years ago? What do they represent? Well, this has been a great day. I am a tomato. I got burned. We had a great time. We were here about 7 hours. We about closed the park down. I wish we never stay here this long. But it was a fantastic day. Hope you enjoyed the trivia. Stay tuned right now for that inside scoop. And we will see you next time. May the adventure continue. All right, I was talking to one of the staff members here as I was waiting for Caleb and his friend to get off one of the rides. And while I was talking to him, he gave me a couple of scoops for 2021 that I wasn't expecting. We were talking about Catwoman Whip and you know how it's coming next year. But in addition to that, he was saying that from what he knows, Six Flags might be getting not one but two more major attractions next year besides Catwoman Whip. Like he said, and he said major. So I mean, that's just one person. I don't know the validity of it. I mean, from what he was saying, it seemed pretty truthful. But you know, obviously all that can change with finances and all that. But he seemed pretty confident from what he was hearing that payments have been made and stuff is coming next year for the 50th. So that gives us hope that we might have some good news next year and not just a Catwoman Whip for the 50th, which would be really disappointing. But take that and run with it. If there's a cast member out there watching this and wants to confirm any of that anonymously, put it in the comments below.